from the year 1985 in the Miami Herald. Pat's backing is Boon for bowling. Pat Boone likes family sport. As a child, Pat Boone had a fond spot in his heart for bowling because it was one of the rare times outside of church activities where we all did something together as a family with Daddy. As a father, Pat Boone clung to his childhood memories, taking his 4 daughters to bowling centers because it was something we could do together or on a one-on-one basis. As a grandfather, Pat Boone now realizes there is something he can give back to bowling. So the famed singer has agreed to lend his name to the Professional Bowlers Association Tour event in Hartford, Connecticut, April 8 through 13. He has also agreed to participate as a bowler, an amateur bowler that is, during the $150,000 Pat Boone Open at Bradley Bowl in Windsor Locks. Make no mistake, this is no publicity stunt. Pat Boone is in it all the way, down to his new white bowling shoes. "It would make my day if I could beat my 10 opponents," said Boone, who claimed he scored a 267 scratch game in his last bowling outing. It would make Commissioner Joe Antinora's world if Pat Boone could open the door for other Hollywood celebrities to be associated with the Professional Bowlers Association Tour. "Anytime you have someone of Pat Boone's stature associated with a sporting event, you take a forward step," Antinora said from his office in Akron, Ohio. "Celebrities are no big deal in golf and tennis, but they are rare in bowling. I can't recall one associated like this with one of our tournaments," Antinora said. Boone, who made such songs as April Love and Love Letters in the Sand famous, said he was surprised that no entertainers have become actively involved with pro bowling tournaments. "I don't know why celebrities haven't supported bowling like they have tennis and golf," he said. "Bowling is the largest participation sport in America, and my memories of bowling are very precious to me." As the oldest of 4 children, he can vividly recall his father, Archie Boone, gathering the clan for a bowling outing. Because Daddy was in the construction business, he didn't have time for fishing or golf or the kind of sport you had to do in the daytime, said Boone, 50. "But we could bowl in the evening, and some of my best memories were when Daddy would take us all, a brother and 2 sisters, bowling in Nashville. So, to me, bowling has always been a cherished family activity." But when Boone began to become a household name, he found his bowling time was limited. "We did a little bowling as a family unit," he said, "but most of the time it was a daddy-daughter involvement. It was the one sport that we could do together, and it was always fun." It was especially fun for Boone because my bowling style is ultra-simple. It does not require a big hook or frantic curving motion that the real good bowlers use. I could pick up my game where I left off, even months or years later. Many times I would shoot a 180 or sometimes a 190, and once in a while I would touch a 200. That was before an all-sports charity event last year in Chattanooga, Tennessee, which benefits the Bethel School for Orphans and Youngsters who have one or both parents in prison. "I was really weary after giving a concert on a Friday night and not playing very good golf the next day," recalled Boone, a grandfather of 8. "But I was committed to bowl. I was late when I got there, but they were waiting for me. I told them I was ready to start right then. But they thought I should take a practice shot or 2 to warm up. On the first ball I got a strike and told them that counted as my first shot. Then came a spare conversion and 4 more strikes. About that time our TV crew showed up and caught my next 4 shots, all strikes. Then I got a spare and finished with a strike for a 267 game." So Pat Boone was eager for another bowling challenge. "After I tasted that kind of heady thrill, I wanted to repeat it. But now I don't know if I should go out and practice for the Pat Boone Open or just show up and count my first ball. I don't want to do anything different to change my luck." In New England, more than 400 junior bowlers will line up for a shot at Pat Boone during elimination rounds April 12. The top 5 boys will be on one team, the top 5 girls on another. They will meet Boone in a 2-game challenge. Each junior will bowl 2 frames. "I'm not expecting another 200 game, but I'm not ruling it out either," Boone said. "Even at age 50, I still have a lot of good bowling years in front of me."